I got the chance to try the Canon EOS RP on this weekend. Thanks for Canon Middle East for lending me this camera for 2 days, and I would like to share with you my thoughts about it. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Canon EOS RP, the one that everybody's talking about nowadays in the internet everywhere. I got the chance to try it for 2 days over this weekend. Unfortunately, it was an overcast day with like clouds and a little shower. However, I tried some of the features of this camera and I'd like to share with you my thoughts about it. The first thing you will notice immediately whenever you carry this camera in your hands is the compactness and lightweight of it. For me, as a user of the 5D and 7D Mark II, I feel it really lightweight and compact in my hands. Although the grip is not big enough to cover up all my hand, however, Canon also selling additional grip extender where you can just mount it to the tripod mount and you can have a full grip without loose binky. But still, even though without the grip, it feels good. The ergonomics of the grip itself is nice. You can hold it and still you can feel it safe in your hand. Now, coming to the options of this camera, of course, if you go to the Canon website, you will find the full specification details about this camera. However, I'm gonna go through the major things quickly. This is a 26.2 megapixel camera, and of course it comes with the famous dual pixel autofocus from Canon. Full frame DIGIC 8 sensor, which is the latest from Canon. It shoots 5 frames per second, 4K and HD 1080. However, the 4K is cropped. It's a 24 frame. The HD is 30 frames. It doesn't shoot 24 frames per second. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth built in, articulated screen, which is very nice feature and very important when it comes to vlogging using this camera. The lens mount is RF lenses. However, you can fit the EF lenses by using the Canon adapter, which comes in the box with the camera itself. And with this adapter you can put your existing EF lenses if you are a Canon shooter and you have a lineup of lenses. The compactness of this camera and the lightweight, for me, the first thing it comes to my mind that this is a good travel photography and videography camera. With the Canon color science that everybody is talking about, the images that you can get straight from the camera, JPEG or even RAW, because it shoots both. It is really fantastic and easy to use, and you can immediately share it through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. This camera also can shoot time-lapse and also can shoot something really nice, which is the focus bracketing, and that's very nice when it comes to food photography, that the camera itself will start to focus from a point and end up in a point, covering the full frame with focus, and then it will give you like a series of images where you can stack them together later in post and have yourself a sharp image edge to edge. My personal opinion really about this camera, it's easy to use. The dial on the camera is nice. They get rid of the touch bar which was on the R system. You use the screen to point where you want to focus, and you can move it anywhere in the screen because it can focus all over the screen, all focus points. However, you can select a certain area, depends on how you want to use it. For example, if you're shooting in this hand and you want to focus with this finger, so you can assign this left area or right area of the screen where you can focus. To be honest, me using this feature, because for me coming from the 5D, it was a bit difficult for me on the beginning to like get used to it, but later on I found it very easy to use. Although I prefer if they can just push it a little bit to the right side here, where it will be nearer to your thumb, similar to the joystick that's available in the 5D, because I'm used to the 5D joystick, which is here. Immediately I can reach it within my thumb. So if they can just extend the area a little bit where you can use your thumb and adjust the focus point, it will be really nice and easier to use. Other thing, the electronic viewfinder, which is amazing. You see exactly how the photo will look like even before you take the shot. So you adjust your exposure and you adjust your focus, and then you see it fully in the electronic viewfinder before you press the shutter. Also, when you use the articulated screen, the LCD, it's of course going all the directions that you really need whenever you want to go for a certain angles, whether a down angle or up angle. It's easy to use and the sensitivity is very good on it. One more important thing about this camera also is the price range, which is alternatively cheap when you talk about $1,299, $1,299 body only, and it comes, as I mentioned, with the adapter. So if you already have a Canon lenses, you can easily use. However, if you don't want to go very expensive, I found out that with this camera size, using the adapter on the top, you can add a nifty 50, which is also a cheap lens, and you will have really a compact and nice setup like this. It's not expensive, it's a cheap setup, and together they work amazingly for street photography or travel photography. This is the nifty 50mm 1.8. It have amazing shallow depth of field whenever you use it for photography, and you can use it nicely for videos also. I know it doesn't have image stabilizer, but with the existing image stabilizer in the camera itself, it will help when it comes to such a lens with such a setup to shoot some videos handheld or even on a tripod. The picture styles, it will help a lot because for people who are not used to shoot manual and they want just creative picture styles straight from the camera, similar to when you use your smartphone, you will have a beautiful picture styles that you can immediately share it on social media. This will help because it have nice picture styles built in. This camera also comes with a 24-105 kit lens f4, and this is an L lens, so once you have it, you will have a really amazing setup for, again, travel photography and videography, because this lens having image stabilizer, and of course it is autofocus as well. This is a new RF, and as I noticed also from using the RF lens how sharp they are compared to the EF mount lenses from Canon. So the latest RF lenses that we are getting today from Canon, they are all super sharp compared to the EF mounts system. I think that's naturally happening because those lenses are 2019 models and 2018 models compared to the EF lenses, which has been there for a long time. I took some videos and photos with this setup with the 24-105. Although that day was overcasted day with it was cloudy and with some rain shower coming every now and then, but still I managed to get some good photos out of it. And now if you would have asked me what is my personal thoughts about using this camera for 2 days, I know I didn't use it for much time, especially because of the weather condition. However, what I feel about it, this camera will be great for a person who's moving from the APS-C to full frame cameras, or he want to move from the DSLR to mirrorless as an entry level, just to try it without like breaking the bank, spending that much of money. A person who's having already Canon lineup lenses and he want to upgrade his existing, this will be amazing. Apart from that, this will be a great travel photography camera and videography with its compact size that you can take it with you anywhere. I like lots of things about this camera. I like, of course, the electronic viewfinder, which is amazing since you're getting the results on the electronic viewfinder before you're taking the shot, before you pressing the shutter button. And also I like about it the size, of course, the compact size. Menus help is good. For a person who's starting photography or videography, every menu, whenever you select it, it will give you a kind of help about this menu or this option, what it's doing. Dial buttons are really placed perfectly. And one nice option also I like about it, like whenever you're taking photos, you can record videos. And that's really a good option because you don't need to change the dial or change the mode. While you are taking photos, you can just press the video and it will take videos immediately. The low light capability being a full frame mirrorless with this price range, that's something nice. Also the focus bracketing option, which is really good for food photography. This camera also can take a time lapse, the articulated screen where you can use it in any angle whenever you shoot. Having articulated screen in the camera, really it's a must, and it's something very helpful and amazing feature. So those are my thoughts overall about this camera. I know I didn't get enough time to go more deeper or in deep details, but in my opinion, with this price range, having all those options in such cameras and much more even from what I mentioned, you can always get good results out of a full frame camera. Being mirrorless full frame also is one more advantage with the compactness of the size and all the other things. Also, in my opinion, nowadays people are going towards the smaller gear and lighter weight, and having a mirrorless camera is good because it is lighter than DSLR. With such a size and with such a capability as an entry-level camera or travel photography or even family day-to-day usage camera, it's really good. With the price range that Canon is offering now, I feel it's good. And it is reasonable, especially that you can buy with it the cheap lenses. You don't have to go for the L series, which is more expensive than the camera itself, and it will give you, of course, a good image quality with the Canon color science that it's famous about. Those are my thoughts about this camera for today's usage. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe and hit the bell button so you will get notifications whenever I release a new video. I would like to hear your comments as well. I didn't list all the features and everything in detail because I don't want this video to be a very long one. However, if you have any questions or you want to know any additional information about me using this camera, please leave it in the comments section below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.